So, Tom, I understand that something is about to be unveiled at the Housing Institute, something very special involving the Center for Housing Data and some kind of a new innovative tool. What can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're absolutely looking forward to it. This is something that's been about a year and a half in the making. It's a brand new website, and it's called Residensity, and it allows users to look at the residential density of any piece of land, any neighborhood, any community in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and determine how many housing units are there, what kind of structures are they in, and really importantly, what level of residential density are they, and how does that shape your community? So we're very much looking forward to unveiling this tool. We think it's going to put a ton of planning thoughts into motion for local planners. Think about exactly where community assets are, plan for the future, start to build a vision around density and town centers and main streets, and turn our attention to these places of concentration and intensity and community that we all know and love.
Now, we can expect this to be a great tool for planners to use. And who else can use this tool?
Absolutely anyone. One of our goals is to build some literacy around using maps, harvesting data out of apps like this, and really teaching people about what residential density looks like, how to measure it, and what that looks like on the ground when you're actually in the community. I think a lot of people think of density as a scary term, something that a lot of folks don't want in their community, but I think if we build a little bit of understanding, people will realize that density is all around us. Density shapes the places we love the most. And a density of something like 10 units per acre really is not that dense. It's something that we see all around us all the time.
I understand that this website, this tool is so different from anything else we've ever seen when we're trying to capture this kind of information. How is this different and an improvement on what we already have?
Yeah, so I think most researchers, when they're looking at housing stock or housing issues, they're grabbing data sets that we're pretty comfortable with from the Census Bureau or some other source that kind of takes these chunky geographies like a census tract or a municipal border and talks about what kind of housing is inside of those geographic definitions. But what we've done is we've disaggregated all of that. We've used some data sets that are prepared by MassGIS and hosted by them on the lot level. So the piece of land that each structure looks at, we've harnessed these data sources. We've created some methodologies. We've processed every single parcel in the state to get this really, really granular view of what kind of housing we have and where. And we're excited to be able to pair that geographic information about housing locations with other geographic data sets, right? Like where do we have public transportation? Where do we have areas of where we need to factor in climate resilience or climate change? All these geographic questions that involve housing or intersect with housing. We've got a brand new tool to be able to research and answer those questions with greater specificity.
So you seem pretty excited about this. Once you had this completed and ready to go, how did you feel after all the work that went into creating this?
It's exciting to have a vision and then chip away at that over a number of years, solve those problems, code it, work through all the difficulties and the roadblocks and finally get somewhere that you're proud of. So it feels great. We're excited to get this out into the world. And I think what we're most excited about is to see where people take it, right? We're going to be providing a great website where you can get information, but people are going to do great things with that information. So we're really excited about how others in the public, other folks in housing policy or some other policy area take and run with this and create something new from it.
Thank you. Great.